Welcome to another camping survival video blog. My name's Tom Shaka. I'm in one of our food rooms for our new camping survival store in Sanford, North Carolina, and I want to talk about canned food shelf life. And the reason I want to do that is most of my videos are kind of driven by customer questions. We get so many questions on our huge Facebook page, our YouTube channel, they call our customer service folks, and we get lots of emails about shelf life. So I kind of wanted to cover it on canned foods because it's just really good information. In my opinion, having food stored up is extremely important. That's kind of what we're all about. And having a variety of food stored up. As you can see in here, we have a wide variety. I don't even think you can see it. We have salmon, we have MREs, we have canned foods. Canned foods just move like crazy. And we work hard to make sure we have the best prices too. But now, when you look at a canned food, and you see several of them right here, some of them, like Dak ham, they say they have a 5-year shelf life. Others, like Yoder's, they actually publish like a born date information on them, so they don't even say they have a shelf life. In fact, what is it, USDA and the FDA say that if you can prove that your food has longer than a 5-year shelf life, you don't have to put an expiration date on it. And the reason they say that, especially about canned foods, is they found canned foods in sunken ships from 100 years ago. And they test them, and they do, the microbiology testing, and they're still good, they're still healthy, they're still edible. Then they do taste testing, and it's still good food. Now they say that for a long period of time, after that long period of time, they can actually lose some vitamins, and the taste might not be as sharp, that type of thing. But they actually, another time they had, what was it, a 40-year-old can. I just read about something. They found some 40-year-old cans of food, canned food stored in the basement. Canned corn it was, actually. And they opened it up. They said it smelled just like fresh canned corn. So that's extremely important. So you can store food, canned foods, for an extremely long time. Now, there are a few ways to check it. So let's say, the world falls apart and you got a whole bunch of cans stored up, and hopefully you were rotating. You weren't just throwing them in your basement and letting them sit there. We'll talk about a little bit more about that too. But there are some ways to test it. So you grab a can, you find an old can. Now you want to push the bottom in, the top in, that type of thing. And if there's any movement at all, like you can see, this is solid. There's no play in this at all. If there's any movement in that top or the bottom, throw it away immediately. Just toss it. Also, if you see rust that you can brush off, I mean, depending on where you keep it, it might accumulate a little bit of rust, and if it's got a little bit of rust, the integrity of the package is fine, you're fine. You want to test it a little further, and I'll tell you that in a second. But if it has rust so deep that you can brush it off, you're losing part of the integrity of the can, and impurities can get in there. So those are a couple ways to test it. Also, when you open it up, if it sprays or squirts, toss it. You don't want to save that can. You don't want to eat that stuff. Or if there's a scent that doesn't smell like it's supposed to. You can, at this point in your life, you kind of know what food smells like. So if it doesn't smell like it's supposed to, toss it. It's just bad canned food. So now, where to keep canned foods, where to store them, that's extremely important too. And a lot of folks will throw them in their basements. And when the time comes, they want to draw on that food possibly, and they notice that, oh my, it's rusty, that type of thing. Basements may not be the best place to keep it. The best place really to keep it is in a cool, dry, dark environment, such as the bottom of a closet. As long as that closet is not somewhere that gets super temperature fluctuations, hot or cold. You don't really want that. So you can store in your basement. I've done that for years, but you got to have a dry basement. That's extremely important. You don't want a bunch of moisture down there affecting these products. So that's key. You also really do want to rotate your food. You want to, like you can see some stuff here. Bag of canned cheese, super tasty. Butter, I've talked about this before. Canned butter, the ingredients, pasteurized cream, salt. Just regular, real butter. We have ham, bacon, real bacon. Great value too. You open it up, you'll see how much bacon's in there. It's 3 layers. It's amazing. Pork sauce. So what you want to do is you want to get you come home from the grocery store, or you order from us, and you get your new box of goodies in, and you open them up. Oh, it's exciting. You want to first in, first out. It's an old accounting term and probably a retail term. FIFO, F-I-F-O, first in, first out. So you want to put the newest stuff in the back, and you want to draw from the front. And you want to use this on a regular basis too. This is good stuff right here. Good ingredients right here. Pork, salt, sugar, black pepper, red pepper, nutmeg, and ginger. Nothing weird. Terrific product at a great value. So as far as shelf life, now you know a few ways to test it. The shelf life, dare I say, is nearly unlimited on canned foods as long as you follow a few precautions, you pay attention, and you buy the right stuff. With Camping Survival, we have all that stuff right here. And hope you enjoyed our video. Thank you. Have a nice day. Improvise, adapt, and overcome. Camping Survival.